All right, we're gonna be doing a video guide on knowing whether or not you're winning or losing a fight and what to do from there. Because I think this is a really important key concept, and we don't necessarily spend enough time actually focusing on that specifically versus general hero advice. So I got a request a couple days ago from someone who asked, can you do a general video on fight tempo? I main tank, but it's hard to know when we lost the fight or when I should have held or should die to get back to my team and spawn. What do I do when I lose a DPS before the team hits the objective? So number one is I don't necessarily know that tempo is exactly related to whether or not you're winning or losing the fight, right? I think that tempo is about, does your team have the initiative? Like, is the enemy team responding to you? Or does the other team have the initiative? Like, you have to respond to the enemy team. For example, when you're a dive team and you dive in, like, you have the tempo then. The enemy team has to react to what you're doing or else they will lose right away. If the enemy team is able to survive your dive for the first few seconds, generally you give up the tempo at that point. At that point, you have to react to what the enemy team is doing or else you will die. You have to disengage, play to survive, whatever it ends up being. So I'm going to divorce this from tempo because I think tempo is an interesting concept, but I think that if I wanted to explain it, I'm not sure if I ever will, but if I wanted to explain it, I'd probably stitch together clips from a lot of different games to explain when higher level players understand like when you need to do something for tempo. Like, there's a lot of tempo ultimates, like Coalescence is a really good example of one, where Coalescence isn't that great ultimate in general, but it's an excellent tempo ulti because of how fast it comes out and how fast it farms, and the fact that it's like a moderate impact but relatively low cost ultimate that makes it great for tempo, right? Versus other ultimates where you really need to get like massive value in order to justify the usage. Anyway, let's focus on winning, losing fights, how to tell when it's happening. Number one, biggest single tip, and I talk about this in all of my different reviews and guides, you have to know what is the current player count. I truly do not think anybody can consistently get past, let's say, Diamond without knowing how many heroes are alive at any given time. Right? I think that's just like table stakes at playing at Masters and GM. You must always know what is the current player count. Is it 5v5? Is it 4v5? Is it 5v3? And change your decision making accordingly. That's number one. As a reminder, you can also change, there's an audio setting here, play sound when enemy or teammates are eliminated. You can turn that on, and that will also tell you, like ping you audibly if you miss the visual kill feed as to whenever somebody dies, which is really useful. That's number one. Number two is understanding what to do in a current situation is very much reliant on which hero you're playing. And this is one of the reasons why I emphasize playing only a small set of heroes. Because with every hero, you need to learn every single matchup in the game, right? If I'm playing Junker Queen here, right? And if I'm playing Junker Queen against Zarya, this is Venture. Looks like Zarya though. I just realized how much she just looks like Zarya. Anyway, so if I'm playing Junker Queen against Venture, can I win this fight? Like, do I know? If I'm half health, can I win this fight? If I'm full health but I don't have shout, can I win this fight? You need to learn every single permutation of situation against every single possible hero at every possible distance to become great at this game. I do not think there is any way to shortcut that process. You must learn every single matchup and all the different nuances of it, certainly most play heroes, in order to be good at this game, or great at this game, I should say. So playing a small set of heroes is really helpful, and that helps you tell what can I really get away with. Because sometimes you can flip 4v5 or even 3v5 situations, but if you've never done it before and you don't know if it is doable, you can waste resources and time trying to do it when it is in fact not possible. Okay, so I've put together, again, a couple of videos to cover this concept. Number one, I'll be playing as Junker Queen on Hanaoka. This is going to be just an example of Brawl. And then I have a second video, which is going to be Winston, and then we're going to use that to cover Dive, right? And that's going to be on Rialto. So, again, the focus here, less so on the mechanics of playing Junker Queen, and more so, what am I looking at for? What am I thinking? Am I going to win or lose this fight? Well, this fight just started, okay? So, what's my goal here? My goal here is to engage with the enemy team. As Junker Queen, I generally want to be reasonably close to the opposing team. I'm not so brawly that I can stand here and fight them out like I could as like Orisa or maybe Reinhardt, right? Reinhardt is like, oh, I'm in trouble. I just put up a 1400 health shield. I'm good. I live. Okay? Junker Queen's not that durable. I usually want the closest corner to them, right? But not like hard engage until a bunch of things go my way. So I'm trying to close the gap here. For the record, I've never played Hanaoka before. I've also never played against Venture before. So you're going to see me make some mistakes here because I've never played against Venture and it throws me off. Anyway, so my general goal is, look, my team's going this way. This appears to be high ground. Great, we'll go this way. We'll go down here, and I'm going to take this corner. This is the corner I want, is this corner, because I can use this corner. I can already see from like walking to the point that this corner will give me full control over this area, because nobody can play here. Nobody can even play here because I can knife and pull them in, which means they have to play all the way over here, which is fine. And if they do that, then I go down, I take the next corner, then, you know, it pushes them off this corner because they can get knifed, and then we win the point. So that's what's generally going through my head here as I walk up to this point for the very first time that I've ever played this map or seen the map. I've never even seen it before, like in replay review or videos or anything like that. So I'm like totally flying blind here, which also gives you an idea for like how quickly you can process things as a higher ranked player who's seen all of this before. Anyway, that's number one. Number two, I now know there's a ball, which I didn't know until now, right? Because obviously the game just started. I don't know what the opposing tank is. Okay, they have a ball. That's fine. So I shoot. I hopefully try to hit the knife here to pull him in to get some more damage. I can tell that he does not want to stay. Why? Because he's rolling away. As a general rule, whatever the enemy team wants to do, you want to stop them from doing it. That probably seems like a very basic concept, and yet people don't always know this, right? If the enemy team is standing in my face trying to brawl it out, it probably means they think they're going to survive, and they're going to get great value from brawling it out with me. So I generally want to avoid brawling them when they want to brawl. I want to brawl them when they don't want to brawl. When people are running away from me, that's when I chase. When people are running towards me, that's when I should think about retreating, right? Unless I know something that they don't, it's unlikely that the enemy team is making a mistake. So if this ball slams and it's like, oh, I'm out of here, if I knife and pull him in, that's a lot of damage. Do I kill him here? No, probably not. But I do another 300, 400 damage along with my team, and that takes the ball out for the next 10 plus seconds until he gets healed up. That's good value. Okay. So, ball's gone. What do? I immediately ignore the ball because I'm like, okay, ball's gone. What am I going to do? I'm going to keep pushing forward. Remember, my goal was to take this corner right here to pressure the supports. However, Venture's here, and I'm like, I'm not really sure what to do about this, but I recognize, look, this Venture seems to be out of position, right? She goes over, she drills, right? I don't even know what her abilities are called, but she unburrows there, right? Just try to do some damage. Okay, get the kill. Excellent. So I was going here for the swing on the... Actually, I should stop analyzing this stuff because it's going to take too long. But obviously, I'm trying to go for the swing here. It's not going to work. And what do? I turn back. I look, hey, look, what's the stats of my team? Good. Now what do? Try to take the corner. That's my goal. Take the corner. I've never played this map before. I still want to get the corner. Go to the corner. Why am I trying to go in for a knife? The knife pull here is free because knife comes back every 6 seconds. If I get a pull, I pull them to this doorway. Maybe my team gets the kill. I can't complete the kill here, but me plus somebody else could. That's why I'm throwing the knife here. But if I miss it, no big deal. So ball's going here. And why do I turn back for him? I understand that their team is down a DPS here in the situation, and pretty much as long as I deflect the ball, we should be good here to win the fight. Now, this Life Weaver is crazy aggressive. I actually should have gone for Life Weaver here, but I did not expect that. But I shout to make sure my team doesn't die to anybody. You'll notice that we actually get pretty low here, right? You see the mortar gets low, right? 218, 118, right? And then I shout, which gives her that extra health, right? Now, she wouldn't have died, but it would have been close. That's why I'm shouting, to make sure that the mortar doesn't die. So now ball's dealt with. Walk down, and now the fight is entirely in front of me. A really good situation for tank is if you can keep the entire opposing team, especially their tank, in front of you, that's good. That means your backline doesn't get pressured. But meanwhile, I'm able to get up here and start pressuring their backline. Apply some damage on the ball. I know the ball's low. Ball's dead. Excellent, right? And we just do some cleanup here. So note right now is, what do I know for numbers? I know that 3 are dead right now because I've seen the Venture die initially, so Venture's coming back, and then now, here Anna's dead, so I know that they're down 2, so it's 5v3 right now, and I know we're capping, but I know, so effectively 4v3, because one person's on the point at least. So, try to go for the ball. Cassidy kills the Moira, unfortunate. I could have focused the Cassidy, it's not worth it. I could have focused the Cassidy there, but I felt like the ball was going to die here, for sure. I knew for sure the ball was going to die, and I don't think there's a reason my Moira should die in this situation. But, ball's dead, I try to kill the Cassidy, so, again, keeping track, right? So it was 5v3, right? With the Ana, then Moira dies, that means it's 4v3, we kill the ball, which makes it 3v2, then Cassidy kills the Tracer, right? So now it is, I lost track somewhere there, but regardless, it's 3v2 here at this point. I knew we were up 1. Alright, now we are up, oh yeah, with this, yeah, now it's 2v1 at this point in time, but the Cassidy's rolled back, so it's really like 2v2, and the Venture's returned. So, this is the moment in time where I feel, hey, look, the Venture has come back. The Venture is the first person who died, which means that now the Venture has died and respawned, that means I'm now dealing with the leading edge of the respawners. So at this moment in time, I now need to be a lot more careful as to how I play this out. So you notice that now I'm not like trying to be crazy aggressive. I'm like, look, if I get the pull, great, but But you notice I'm not chasing here because I know someone's still on point capping, okay? And I understand the Cassidy's still alive, and I'm honestly just overextended here because this Cassidy really should have killed me. But I'm going to go for Cassidy. Cassidy's going to die here. Great. And you see I'm going to pull back. Because I understand, look, I have one on point. We're capping. I've lost everyone else except for me and whoever else is capping. I need to play back. I should have been way further back. At higher ranks, I think the Cassidy kills me there. But now I'm just working the ball down and waiting. Why? I'm waiting for my team to come back. Me plus, Kiriko plus Sombra are not necessarily going to be enough to push through this. You see there's 4 here. I don't know that there's all 4 live. I do know is my team died more recently than their team. Venture was, remember, the leading edge of their respawners, so I'm pretty sure we are at best even, if not behind. So generally, I can also know from map design is that when you cap a point and you move to the next point, it usually resets the spawn times, and the next team is going to be able to defend the next point relatively soon. So trying to push through after capping one point to the next one is very unlikely to be an advantage for the attacking team. If it was, there would be no defender's advantage in the game, and it would result in more steamrolly games. Or snowbally games, I should say. So in this situation, I'm just playing slow until I confirm my team is here, but I am going to look for picks. Venture's out of position, right? Drills away, try to pull her back. Just chilling. Again, I'm not worrying about all the mechanics or small decisions here. I'm just chilling here. So what am I looking for right now? I'm looking for an advantage. That's what I'm using, shout, ideally, to try to aggress here. So what's the advantage I see right here? I see the ball is extremely low, and I see that Venture has used 2 abilities, right? So presumably here, Venture should die. I don't know the cooldowns off the top of my head because I just started playing against Venture. So I think, hey, look, we should be able to get an advantage here. So I sit back for a second to get healing. As soon as I confirm I'm getting healed, great, and now I shout and go. Because I want to follow up on the fact that the ball is low. That's probably like the big tip right now is understanding, look, I wouldn't use shout here if I did not have an advantage. I'm trying to follow up on the advantage. Ball missing 600 health is an advantage, 500 health. 500 health is an advantage, okay? It's hard for them to heal that up. If I can push in right now before they finish healing, they have to choose to either finish healing the ball or heal whoever I'm actually going to end up focusing down. So I know the Venture is, like out of position, A. B, I also ended up forcing out both their abilities, so I'm trying to kill Venture right now. I'm not doing any extra damage. We're not focusing fire on the Venture, so it is what it is, right? And we're chilling. Now, why do I walk into point? Because this is not the right time to start capping this point. If I walk into point, there's no cover, I get blown up and killed. So I need to look for an advantage. So I'm like, hey, just playing back here, but I notice that they're walking backwards now, which allows me to walk forwards. If the Cassidy's up here, I don't play here. Right? But I'm like, look, hey, you notice that even then I'm still tentative. I don't know if I can stay on the point, so I'm trying to feel this out and see what it is. And also notice the ball is still so low, right? For me, getting that advantage earlier, the ball has never been able to reheal that health. So I know the ball is low. I'm looking to try to focus the ball down really quick, but unfortunately, Moira dies here in an unfortunate way. 1, 2, 3, right? So we just traded out ball for 3 heroes. I already know we've lost. So at this point, I'm like, look, it's not even worth it. I'm honestly just trying to farm ulti here. But I already have ulti, so it doesn't matter. You see that? I'm clearly not trying, making anybody kill anybody. I'm like, okay, you know what? It is over. That's fine. So they cap it. Great. So we're going to go back, and I start out here. Cassidy is dead. So, reminder, if you're up 1, what does that mean? Push. Apply pressure. Because we want to 5v4 the remaining heroes and keep staggering them so they can never get a 5-man team fight again. So right now, that's why I'm shouting. Look, let's run out here. So you notice that now I have no fear, right? I'm not dodging, I'm not taking cover, I'm running forward at full speed because I know the Cassidy is dead, so now I have opportunities, right? I try to pull the Ana, get slept, no big deal, right? Get burned down over here, unfortunate. So the ball ends up screening my whole team, and I end up dying. Probably the wrong decision here. I think that I'm being quite aggressive right now, but my team is also being so conservative here at this moment in time. I'm slept here, okay, fine. Ball slams down, so it's a good slam, which zones everybody. The correct move here would be for the Kiriko to swift step over to me, but it's unfortunate. So she stays with the rest of the team, but no one here should actually die, right? There's no real reason why the Sombra should die. She can translocate out. Moira obviously can't die here, so the Kiriko should just focus me, but it is what it is, right? No big deal. I'm not so upset at myself. Sometimes it happens, right? You're just on different pages of your team. Go next. Over the course of a game, the team that makes better decisions will win, right? You don't need to win every single fight, and you're not going to. Especially at higher ranks or closer to your correct rank, you're not going to win much more than 1 or 2 more fights than the opposing team. But that's all it takes to win a game. I don't have to win 20 fights and the enemy team wins 0 to win a game. I only need to win 11 and they win 9. that's enough that I'm already going to win, what, like 75, 80% of the games? And if I'm winning 12 games and they're winning 8, or 12 fights and they're winning 8, I'm winning like 95% of those games, 95 to 99%. It's truly like a very small margin of fights that you need to swing in order to win a game. All right, so we're going to come in here again. So I come in late, obviously, because I died in the previous fight, but the rest of my team lived for the most part. And what do? I go uphill. Why? Well, running across the point isn't going to do a whole lot, right, in this situation. So I decided to go up, right? They obviously have a tree going up right now, so I can't even kill anybody at this one time. Cassidy throws high noon, or pops high noon. I can't do anything about it. So Cassidy killed. I look at this, I'm like, look, 1, 2, dead, tree still up. I can't win this fight. Like, I'm looking at this, I'm like, look, there's really nothing we can do. So what do? I'm just going to drop on the support and try to force it out. So my goal here is just die pretty much as fast as possible. Like, if I get a kill, great, but it's not going to really do a lot. I just want to force, or try to force them to kill me as fast as possible. If you ever want to die faster, just run at a support in a straight line. They have to respect that, otherwise you'll kill the support. So right here, like, they're going to have to kill me, right, bouncing around. But again, there's no way I'm winning this fight, right? Look at the second that I realize this, and I'm like, so that's one, right? And that's already a second kill. So both supports are dead right now, and their tree is still alive. There's no way for me to win the fight. Even if I was like a top 500 Junker Queen, there's no way you win that fight. So I already know. So walking back to this fight. So Moira's is dead, and you notice that I'm not backing up. Why? Because I want to make sure that no more members of my team get staggered. So I'm walking up here to support my team, and the enemy team might make a mistake, right? I might get a pick here. I'm totally safe. There's no way I'm going to get jumped here and get killed in this situation against their lineup. So I'm just trying to play safe here. Scouting a little bit because I haven't played the spot. So now I'm going to die because now I went too far. So you notice I stepped to the right. Again, I don't actually know the map, so I'm actually trying to figure out, like, oh, is there actually a doorway over here? This gets me killed because now, instead of playing here where I would have been safe, playing here means I have an extra large gap to cross, and I am going to die here and get punished. So that's 100% on me, but a big part of that's not knowing the map, right? Just that small amount of, like, can I scout? Oh, shoot, now I've made a mistake and not continuing to go to the left. I think I still would have died if I went to the left. But that's 100% a mistake on me. So far, you probably look at my play, you're like, oh, this is great. I would agree. At this point in the game, I was not feeling great about my play. I don't think I played super well. But better players clean things up over the course of a game, right? They try to understand, what's my team doing? What is the enemy team doing? How do I better play the map? How do I adjust the situation? And it's starting to click with me now. Okay, what do I need to do differently to be able to start turning this around? I also haven't used Rampage yet, you'll notice, because I haven't had an opportunity. So that's also a big opportunity, or big option for me to turn around and get a fight. Because if they win this one, it's going to be 3-1, which is not good, right? It's first to 5 for Clash. So I'm walking forwards. I'm like, look, okay, Burrow's going to go out. So I shout in to follow Burrow, because now she doesn't have Burrow. Cassidy rolls, which is fine, and you notice that I follow him with this micro mechanics. But Cassidy rolls, he cannot escape after roll. Like, literally, there's nothing he can do now as long as I just run at him. So I just run at him, hit the swing, and I pop Rampage right away. So my goal here is to Rampage and hit 2. I get bumped out of it by the ball, so I only hit 1. Good enough, right? Cassidy dies for this, run through, and now I'm on their back line. So now shout and just keep going. But going back to fights, right? Why am I trying to force this fight? Number 1, I don't have a lot of time to fight this. Number 2, my whole team is here, right? I already knew that because I respawned with them. I know it's 5-on-5. This is the time to go. If you don't go now, there's no other time to go. I can't sit around and look for an advantage like I could in other situations because they're already halfway towards capping the point. If they weren't on the point, I don't run straight on. Let's say nobody's on the point, like 4 of them play back here, ball plays up. Then I would jockey for space, right? I'd probably go this way, try to look for a knife pull, and slow it down. But in this situation, I have to speed it up because they're about to cap. So Rampage goes out, right? Poke a bunch of people. I think everyone is going to die here, yep. So we're up 2, so 5-on-3. 5-on-2, in fact, because Cassie died first, right? Let's clear some mines. And we're good. Okay, so now back to 2-2, so big turnaround. Going up to here. In fact, if you look at Clash, one of the things that's interesting about Clash is you really only get 1 fight per point. So in many ways, you could see this as first to 5 fight wins, and there are max of 9 fights in a way, unless you somehow manage to get an extra fight in there somehow. All right, so we pull the ball, same general deal, right? I'm just trying to take high ground, take that space away from them. I know my Moira is like super extended, so I'm trying to speed up and apply pressure. I shout, right? Go for the Cassidy. My aim's also rusty because I've been playing, right? Apply damage, Everyone's low. And again, I'm trying to hold this corner. This corner is the most important thing. So I go for the swing. Unfortunately, this would have been a massive swing if I hit it, but my venture knocks everybody out of the way. So not a lot I can do here. I'm just chilling. All right, point is available, but I'm not worried about capping the point. I don't care. I want to focus on winning the fight. If the point's about to be capped, then I have to step on it. But for now, I'm more focused on winning the fight than I am capping the point. So you see, I don't drop, right? Just trying to hold that top space. Now I shout and go in. Because I know they're not planning on, they're not expecting me to drop at this moment in time. The trio is blocking me the whole time, so I need to go down in order to apply pressure. So go for the axe swing, hit the Ana, she's low, pull knife, right? I get low here, and I die. But, notice, 2 die here for that, so I kill the Ana, right? We also trade out for the Life Weaver, but look how much attention and space this creates, okay? The second I go in, 1, 2, 3 people are focusing right now, and I still get a kill here, right? Everybody's focusing me at this moment in time. Ana dies for this, Cassidy trades out for me, but the reality is, like, that's still a huge amount of advantage because of how much time that created. Their venture popped ulti, which is why my backline got zoned. And as a result, look, we're in good shape, we're still able to win, we have control of the high ground, and this ends up being a win regardless, right? Sometimes you die, and you still made the right play. Could I have made a better play there? Yeah, maybe. I could have slowed it down a little bit. But I knew for that I was going to kill the Ana, and I felt like it was worth it to trade out there to force them to have to all focus me down. So I shout, climb up. All right, so it's 3-2 right now. Looking for a pick. Get the venture, right? She's low. She burrows. I try to shout to follow. I'm lucky that I eat the sleep right away. But, all right, go after the ball. Now, venture's dead, 5-on-4. Push aggressively. Cassidy's a good shot. He's like been headshotting me a lot, so I have to slow down a little bit. Be careful. All right, so venture gets popped and killed, so now it's 4v4. So we're gonna slow down a little bit. You'll notice that I do an axe here, and I miss it completely. The reason being is Drinker Queen knife pulls on stairs are really messed up. So I'm gonna pull her. You see how little it pulls, or pull him? It's because of the stupid stair. So he should have been pulled basically all the way to my face. But he gets pulled like 2 meters right there, which is why I start the axe swing. And I was like, oh shoot, I should have remembered that. So I have Rampage here. I know it's a 4v4 situation. Our side is going to respond later because their venture died first. So the longer this fight goes, the worse it gets for me. So if I'm going to apply an advantage or try to do something, my best timing is the next 3 to 5 seconds, which is before their venture can respawn and come back to the point. Because I'm still feeling like, look, I'm high health, the ball's in front of me, right? Obviously not engaging my backline, has lost a third of his health, I still have Rampage, I probably have an opportunity here. And so what I'm looking for is a Rampage into their backline. The problem is, if I do the Rampage from here, it's kind of a sharp angle, I might miss one. If I go to the left, now I can hit multiple heroes, right? So you see, 1, 2, 3, I hit the ball, I hit both supports, and now we're cooking, right? Now things are gonna go really poorly for them, right? That was actually a really sweet knife pull. Right? Kill a Cassidy, so I've now killed 2. Right? Life Weaver's gonna die here. Venture is obviously gonna die, and now we're in a 5-on-2 or 4-on-2 situation. It's gonna be a win. So let's break that down again, backwards. Okay, so what do we know right now? Venture dies first, 5-on-4. Push, 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 push. Unfortunately, our venture dies too, 4v4. I still have ultimate here, or will have ultimate in a second. I want to apply pressure, right? I also see grenade has gone off, or you just saw grenade get tossed right now. I obviously missed the axe on the Cassidy. And now I have ultimate, so I'm looking, hey, look, how do I get this ultimate off? If I pop here, I probably only get 1, right? Or I obviously get the ball, but who cares about the ball? I only maybe get 1 of the supports. So I'm rotating to the left, look over here, and now I pop right away, hit both supports, sleep is late, right? And now I focus down the Ana, right? Kill the Ana, work the Cassidy down, kill the Cassidy, right? Work the Life Weaver down, kill the Life Weaver, and that's a fight-winning move by the tank. It's very, very hard for them to deal with this, right? So they're back here just trying to keep the ball alive because obviously the ball's taking a lot of damage. I know this. I know the ball is low. That is my advantage right now. She goes in, right? Can't get the sleep off in time. And now, obviously, Ana's in huge trouble trying to stay alive. She's in full panic mode, and then she dies, and I just clean everybody else up. So that fight is won by me, for sure, right? And, like, could we won anyway without it? Maybe. But, like, my ultimate was the big piece that allowed this to win. And notice that we didn't need any other ultimates to do this. This is a hyper efficient fight. 1 ultimate trades out to win a fight. Excellent, excellent, excellent value. Okay, so we're gonna go up here, trying to apply advantage. I've never seen this part of the map before, ever. Like technically I walked to it like from my spawn, but like it's different when you're walking through from A, walking from spawn, and B, pushing into it. So I'm like literally trying to figure out the map as I go. But I hear where they are, I look for the pull. Ana's low, she grenades herself. Ball knocks me out of the way, which probably prevented me from killing the Ana, which is a good push by him. I now get back to cover. So this is an important note here, is you'll notice that I'm slowing down because my team has not been consistently healing me. And I could probably show you clips of this where like the team's like literally not healing me at all, even when they could. Or like like the Moors trying to heal me but like way too far away. But this is an example of me adapting to my team. Because at higher ranks, maybe I could have just like kept pushing this pillar and kept applying pressure to the back line. But at this particular game, which is quick play for the record, just to be able to put the clips together faster. In this particular game, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna slow down a little bit and let the fight progress rather than like risking getting focused down. So you notice now I'm slowing a little bit. Katsuna gets popped. Cassidy's here, trying to work Cassidy down, not winning that trade. Cassidy definitely wins that trade in general. Ball rolls away, unfortunate. So I saw 2 die. We just lost 1. Okay, unfortunate. EMP goes off. I think that's 1 more. So we should be in good shape here. Then we kill another. We should be in really good shape now. Trying to kill Cassidy. Cassidy kills 1. I trade out. All right, here's the Venture. Get Venture low. Try to kill her. So Venture's getting pocketed right now. One thing to note is their spawn is right here. And I knew that, like I like sort of like heard, like felt that their spawn is extremely close. So the spawn advantage is huge here because without spawn advantage, we should win this. But remember, the ball just died, right? We just killed the ball a second ago, I think. Yeah, see, the ball just died, and see how fast it is for him to come back. All right, ball's gonna be out here right now. Here's the ball in the Baptiste, and is already backfighting it. It's like so hard to cap this final point. Like we had a 3-on-2 advantage with 2 critical health heroes, and we still couldn't finish this off in time. I get slept by the Ana. I think I'm gonna kill her. Yeah, I'm gonna kill her, but there's not enough. At this point, I know like their respawn advantage is way too strong, and I was like, okay, well, even though we had a pretty good shot at capping it, it's just too much. All right, 4-3, still good shape. So we're pushing up here. So what am I thinking? Okay, I gotta close the distance, get access to their back line, right? Use shout if I need to keep my team alive, but generally try to get up here. So I'm looking for the knife pull and the Cassidy. I really want to pull in the low ground. Don't get it. That's fine. Back off here. At higher ranks, I don't think I do this. I think I should have just gone right side. Like watching this back, I don't think this was a good idea. Just working people down. Right? I shout in, try to go for the Venture. Right? Burrow goes off. Pull the Cassidy. So what ends up happening here is I knew the Venture was rampageable, A. And B, I was pulling the Cassidy off high ground so that I could rampage and hit both. If I rampage both, they both die here, right? There's almost no way that they could survive. Unfortunately, the Cassidy rolls backwards really far to get back to the ledge. So that threw me off. I have played many more years of Cassidy being unable to air roll than to be able to air roll. So I totally forgot that was a thing that he could do. But regardless, still enough for me to hit the rampage on the Venture. Venture's low. You notice that she dies here. Great, right? And then I go out and shoot, and from here the fight's won, right? They're down 2 already. What could they possibly do? I want to roll back though and show you how important that rampage was. So for starters, again, 5-on-5. We go up to the point. I got shout. I know the Venture is vulnerable. That's why I'm going up here, right? She pops me. Fine, no problem. I've tried to pull the Cassidy down. I understand there are 2 vulnerable heroes, right? The Cassidy and the Rampage. I pop Rampage. So obviously this leads to the Venture dying, but I want to show you what happens as a result of this. That Rampage hits the Cassidy as well. So Cassidy is just hiding back here, just chilling out. Then Venture comes, pops, kills both DPS. But these heroes die because of the space and damage and forced cooldowns from me, right? And the purple, because the supports can't save them, right? Even Lamp was popped down here. Like you saw it, like I killed it when it was down on the ground. So I forced out so much here so that my DPS could follow up and win the day. That's the job of tank, right? You go in there, you force cooldowns, your teams follow up, and you win. Sometimes it won't happen. Just like sometimes you won't force cooldowns and you'll screw up. It happens all the time, right? The most important thing is make the best plays that you can in the situation. All right, from here, there's really nothing they can do. Like it's a 5-on-3 situation. Now it's 5-on-2. That's it for the game. Okay, so that covers Brawl-ish. I think that calling Jungle Queen Brawl is a little confusing, but that covers Brawl for the most part. So let's show you Rialto. So on Rialto, I play Winston. I actually normally don't play Winston here. I don't know why I opened the Sigma. I actually probably play like Ramattra here typically, but I was like, look, I want to play a dive game. I don't play so many more games trying to get dive, so I'm just gonna play Winston. It's totally fine here, no problem. Then let's walk it through. So this game is gonna be interesting because we're gonna get stalled out in first point for a long time, and then it's gonna be pretty much a roll from there. But talking through why we get stalled is important, and part of it has to do with my decision making, and part of it has to do with just luck, right? Sometimes things just don't roll your way. That's fine. That's the reason why you have a lot of time to get things done. You don't win every fight. You just need to win enough fights. That's the most important part. So I understand they had a lever at the very start, so at the beginning, get a little bit of free distance. I know they're all playing conservatively. That's fine. I'm not trying to push in here. If I push in really, really deep here, I die before my team can help me. That's why I'm like, look, just move the card here. Just be chill. Don't need to force anything right now. And I also need to figure out where all the enemy positions are and what heroes they have. Genji here, just poking him a little bit. Nothing super exciting. Okay, so for starters, I'm jumping up because I'm trying to land here and kill these two heroes. Unfortunately, I hit the post. It's a good example of how I don't play Winston enough on this map to remember that this land post is actually in my way. So I don't land exactly where I want to be, which is unfortunate. So I put Bubble down, right? Go for the Mercy. Mercy's low. She's very, very low. If anybody on my team can hit the shot, she dies, right? The Mercy's at 75 health right now. Like Sojourn, for example, with a railgun, just insta-kills her. She would just insta-kill the Mercy right now if she hit that shot. So it's okay. Like sometimes you just force stuff out. Nothing happens. It's fine. I'm like, wait, the Genji's still fighting with me? So this is my bad, is I need to be able to do the short jump here. I have not played Winston in over a month, so I just did not hit like back in time, so which means I overjumped this, and Yari's outburst knocks him backwards. This Genji should have died here, which is unfortunate, because this should have been a pick right now. I knew right away that I messed up. This is a good example of stuff that you just can't get away with at GM. Like, missing this opportunity, it can be fight losing, because I Genji 100% screwed up by dashing in. I saw it right away. This dash, he dies for this, right? Unless he instantly kills the Yari, he should die for this, considering how close he is to me and the Yari. But, is what it is, right? Again, like, sometimes I start out rusty, right? Because I haven't been playing, because I think a lot of other people are like, oh, you do like 15-20 minutes of warm-up, and then, you play a few quick games, and then you play competitive. That warm-up routine is crazy to me, because that can often be most of my playing session, so by the time that you get to the end of that, maybe I only play like 1 or 2 comp games. It's not efficient. I typically play like maybe 1 quick play game, if that, and then jump straight into comp. And yeah, sometimes I'm rusty and sometimes I lose games because of that, but by and large, I usually end up cleaning it up pretty quickly. So, what do I see right now? I see that the Ryan is low here, but he's still with the Ana. I know the Mercy just died, right? So 5-on-4 situation, but diving in here, I can still die. Ryan can pin Winston very easily with if you jump in. So I'm just being kind of careful here. I want to scout out, right? Listening, trying to figure out what's going on. The Genji's like crouching and hiding back here, so I'm kind of looking for the Genji too. So I hear the Genji on the right, but I'm not worried about it right now because I know the Genji's going to be deflected. So this is a good example of his higher level game sense. A Genji in the backline should not be able to do anything in a 2-on-1 situation with a pylon back there. Like, it just, like if he kills both, you're not going to win this fight anyway. So I'm waiting for the Genji to try to escape by dashing back to his team, and then I'll kill him. But in the meantime, with the Ryan who's low, I'm going to keep zapping him here. So you notice, we're just chilling here, right? I jump back, I'm like, okay, cool. We're obviously not applying any more pressure to the Ryan, but there's nothing I can do here anyway. So think about it. I'm zapping right now. If instead of jumping the Ryan, I go for the Hanzo here, the problem is the Mercy's gonna come back and pocket him through the whole thing. The Mercy beam heals for 55 health a second, right? Winston does what, 70 now? So that's 15 health, 15 damage a second net. It will take me all day to kill this Hanzo. So jumping the Hanzo is not going to work, okay? I can't jump the Ana because she's in the room and the Rhino will just pin me anyway. And I can't do anything to the Winston, and the Genji's way in my backline. So there's really nothing, there's no play for me to make here. All I need to do is just reset, get healed, and then find a better opportunity. If I don't need to force a fight, I won't force if I don't need to force a bad fight, I will look for a better fight and stall for time. To make a basketball analogy, right? People know, who watch my videos know that I love playing basketball and I think it's a really great sport. But don't force a bad shot if you have time to make a better shot, right? The shot clock in basketball is what, 24 seconds? So you have 24 seconds to find the best possible shot you can. You don't want to chuck up the ball from like half court with 22 seconds on the clock. That doesn't make any sense. Use the next 20 seconds to find a better and better shot. But as you come down to the last few seconds, then you really do need to make a shot because you're going to get it turned over anyway. So that's the kind of the same idea here. The shot clock is very high right now. I don't need to make any plays. I can just reset and go again in a few seconds after I get healed up. But if I just lost 2 of my teammates, or for example, Iliari has just popped Captive Sun, then maybe I need to go no matter what the situation is, because I'll lose the fight otherwise. So in this situation, I just want to reset, I come back. I know the Genji's still in my backline somewhere, but I can't hear him because he's like really far away. Where the heck is the Genji right now? Oh no, he's very above me now. Yeah, so now I hear it. Hopefully I hear it. Yep, I hear, yes, here, see him. Good. Get healed up. I see the Hanzo, I go all the way in the back. So, as I pointed out earlier, Winston versus Rein, a really common technique for Rein is he holds charge for after the Winston dives, then he immediately charges and pins the Winston, which is a very strong strategy. And you'll notice, I know this the whole time, right? So I hear the Winston coming, I immediately turn and back away. But what has this done? Right? It might seem like, oh, how much damage did I really do here? Not a lot, right? I zap, I do, I don't know, 50, 60 damage to the Hanzo here. But notice how all 5 heroes are aiming at me right now. Everybody is focused on me now. This is massive space for my team to walk forward and get picks. They can kill the Genji, they can kill the Mercy, they can kill the Ana, they can just apply damage to the Rein, right? If the Rein, for example, just gets slept right here, then, like you said, slept and grenaded, that could be a kill. So this is huge space creation. And what do I use for this? What? 1 jump and 1 bubble, and I'm not even low, right? I just kite around, stay on the other side of this, and now the Rein's like, oh shoot, now what do I do? So again, just chilling, right? I look back, I'm like, okay, where's my team? Not as far forward as I would like. They're obviously going really slowly, but fine, right? I just chill here. I'm like, look, I would like my team to already be at this corner, if not this, or this, garden box? What do you call this? Pillar? This pillar or this pillar, right? Or spreading out behind the cart. That's where I want my team to be, but they're not. And to be fair, it's not because they're not able to get there, just literally not walking forward. It's because, what, they're worried about the Genji? Anyway. That's fine. Like, your team doesn't always do what you want them to do. So just react to what your team actually is doing. So now I'm just chilling back here, just getting healed. I see the Rein walking over here, right? I'm gonna go this way, and this is gonna be a mess up by me. So what I'm hoping for right now is, I see there's 2 here. I'm hoping that my Ana, who I know is very close to the Reinhardt when I make this jump, what I'm hoping here is that my Ana is gonna sleep the Rein after I go in. But obviously my Ana's like crazy far back, which is unfortunate, and I get slept and killed. I think this is objectively still a bad call by me. I think even at higher ranks, I think this is a bad call. I think this is. As soon as I jumped, I'm like, wait, I think this is a mistake. But it's okay. Like, you were making mistakes. Like, I'm rusty. It's been a while. That's totally fine, right? But we still got 3 minutes and 19 seconds, so we blew off 1 minute and 40 seconds. We only need to win 1 fight here, and we got it. Plenty of time, and I have ultimate soon. So just poking a little bit, go up top, right? Good, solid jump in. I get nice contact on the Mercy the whole time. Mercy extremely low. I bubble, look for the Genji, right? Rein on me. I circle him to make it harder for him to pin me. Great. He cancels that. Now I get to the other side, and I zap both. So what am I trying to do here is I'm trying to focus down the Rein. So what I saw in this situation is the Rein and the Genji are together. So I go over, I'm trying to burn both down, right? Lots of really good contact on the Genji, and the Mercy went way back as a reminder because of my damage pressure. So I'm just hoping here we get a kill. And that's exactly what happens in this situation, right? So Genji's over here, right? He's just a little slow, and they're getting killed. But if he dashes away, he probably still dies because we already control a lot of angles here, and I would probably hunt him down and kill him as well. So with that, Rein gets down to half, and the Genji dies because of this. So now in this situation, I really don't want to be in contact with the Rein anymore. And right now, I wanted to hit Primal, but I do not get it because he actually does a Fire Strike cancel and kills me before it. I was trying to figure out if I was going to get saved here, because I actually have 2 supports in this situation, but I'm also purple. So I thought I'd be able to get away with more here than I actually was, which is unfortunate. So I meant to hit Primal. I was actually pushing it when this happened, but this death's on me because if I'm able to pop Primal there, like I don't die and I go and just kill everyone over here in this room. So this is also 100% on me, okay? So this is a good example of like, there's no point blaming your team. I make mistakes as a GM tank in a quick play game. Like, this just happens. Am I rusty? Yeah, but like, I still made like pretty stupid mistakes, so there's no reason for this to happen. I could have easily primaled at 200 something instead of waiting down to sub 100. All right, I'm also thrown off a little bit by how much damage Rein does now, because obviously Rein got buffed in the big Season 9 patch. So that's also throwing me off, right? I just haven't played enough to like really get used to this stuff. So we're going in again. I'm not worried about losing at all. Like, yeah, it's been over 2 minutes and 20 seconds. I'm still not worried. I know, like, I feel way better than the opposing team. I know that with more time, I will most likely win this fight. All right. So Genji's in. Genji's low. All right, trying to finish the kill. I understand that he's nearly one-shottable, but just enough healing that he's able to stay alive. And you notice, once again, I get out of the way of the Rein, right? Continue applying pressure, but I have Primal now. Unfortunately, my Ana nanos me now, because you generally don't want nano when you have Primal, because you're already super tanky, and damage is not that consistent, so, and you don't deal much damage, so like nano is not a great option for Primal Winston. Without Primal, excellent choice. With Primal, not so good. I get slept here. So I'm going to kill the Hanzo here. Hanzo dies. Right, I should have jumped towards the Ana there. Try to apply damage, but like we've lost. I can check, right? 1, 2, right? And the Hanzo gets res back, just not nearly enough impact there to be able to do anything with it. So, rolling that back. So remember, I'm going in aggressively because even if I get pinned, I have Primal here, so I don't need Nano here to stay alive, which, to be fair, she doesn't know that it's going to happen. Unfortunate, right? They blade, that's fine, right? So we trade out, is what it is. Again, now we're down, burned through 3 minutes, still aren't able to get that one final fight to win the point. That's still fine, I'm not worried, right? I'm truly not worried at all. I can still feel good. I hear Rein charge, good. What does that mean? It means I can jump in if I have an opportunity. Like now, right? I get in here, go on backline on both DPS, Ana's out of position, zap, 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 zap. I see the Rein's here, I jump backwards. So, quick note, why do I jump backwards? I can't stay here anymore because the Hanzo's gonna rip me apart, right? If I stay at this distance, he's just gonna constantly keep applying damage. The Ana will apply damage, I can't stay here and keep zapping him. I have no bubble, right? So I just get back. That's fine. Zap, 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 Rein's low. Right? So I see the Rein still low, right? Pin off his healing, go for the Ana, I get slept, okay, fine, so be it. But the Rein dies during this because the Ana can't keep healing him, right? Ana can't heal because there's a bubble in the way, which means he gets low and Tracer one clips him. It's the job of a tank. But this all starts because I think my team picks off the the Genji first. Yeah, Genji makes a mistake here, I think it dies. Yeah. So, I didn't really need to do necessarily a whole lot, but the reads here are still good. So, Mercy dies first. She gets picked off what? Oh. Wait, how does she die here? Oh, Tracer's up here. Excellent. So Tracer gets a pick here, so I didn't even need to do anything. So that's 5 on 4 already, right? I apply pressure to the Rein. Genji commits suicide, right? I pin him off, and then we're good. So, what are we thinking right now? Well, we're about to cap. I'm like, hey, can they realistically try to contest this? I think I heard the Rein charge. Yeah, the Rein already charged, so there's no physical way for them to touch this point. So I'm just confirming, yep, we got the cap, now I go in. Why do I go in? Because this is all free fighting for me. I need to farm ulti here, I want to try to get as many picks as I can. If my team is aggressive, we should be able to get kills, and ideally I don't die here. Zap, 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 zap. Reload, right? I sit back here for a second, try to get healed up. Get healed, right? I go in, so the Rein is dead. So why I'm going in? Because the Rein is dead, right? I have a corner here, a safe corner I can play at. I back up here, get healed. I want more because the Rein is still not here. Unfortunately, I clip, I think, the top right of this. This is all, yeah, I clipped the top right of this. Which is unfortunate, because I really should have been able to kill this Genji. But I'm trying to get more. None of these heroes are high damage, for the record. Like, against Winston, Winston's great against all 4 of these heroes. Like, a Reaper, a Torb, those are heroes you have to worry. Cassidy, you have to be worried about. But these 4, like Hanzo, Lucio, Ana, Genji, not a problem at all. Like, Winston just feasts off heroes like these. So, when Rein's on my left, I don't care about that. I'm looking for, hey, this chunk right here. But I know that I can't go super aggressive. Like, yeah, I could die here in the Ana. A, I get slept. But B, with 4 heroes back here, I get killed. Because I know, in my head, I have a mental map of where my opposing team, or where my teammates are. I know I have 1 hero, probably my Ana, on the cart. And at best, I have 2 heroes who are kind of in my ballpark, but they can't help me get a kill because they're probably playing here. So if the enemy were here, yeah, I could dive them maybe and get a kill. But with the enemy all the way back here, there's no LOS for my teammates. So I'm looking for what is called a soft dive. A dive that I can easily survive from. So a dive that lands here, not here. Right? So drawing that out. So landing over here, right? This is a soft dive, right? Landing over here, this would be a hard dive. A dive where I'm committed and I need help or to get a kill in order to stay alive. So I do a nice soft dive here, right? I bubble off, and you notice that immediately when I bubble, I start backing up. Because my goal here is not to get kills, it's not to try to like commit here or force a ton of resources. It's just like, look, I just gotta apply some pressure, keep 4 members of their team back, in exchange for bubble, and then I go home to my team, right? Now we reset, we're good. All right, this goes back to a question that was asked. what do you do when you lose a DPS before the team hits the objective? Well, I look at the situation and I'm evaluating it. I lost my Cassidy, we've killed nobody, so it's 4-5 right now, and the card is here. Just back up. Like, if you pause right now and you think, can we win this fight? Probably not. A, I'm already down a hero, so 25% chance of winning at most. B, I need to push through a small choke where the enemy team already controls high ground. This is not good, right? This is not a fight I want to take. Could we win this maybe with like Primo and Nano and Captain? Yeah, we could, but why? My Cassie's gonna be back in like 20 seconds. That's fine. See, I'm just backing up here. We all are able to escape pretty easily. Genji dashed it in. All right, that's fine. I go with the Genji right away. I bubble. So we pop Captain Sun for some reason. So Captain Sun gets popped. All right. So we lost Tracer, and we know that my Cassidy is coming back soon. The Genji is Captive Sun though, so maybe an option. And we saw that they use Dragon as well. I go to kill Genji. Nope, doesn't unnecessary. And we notice that the Rhine is out of position. So zap, 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 zap. Right, try to get the kill on the Rhine. Great. Now I'm feeling really good about the situation because I have Primal and I'm gonna get Nano too, but I didn't even need the Nano here. The Primal alone would have been enough. So why am I feeling good about the situation? Because they're all very close to me, they're down a hero, and they've used Grenade. So generally, the weakest an enemy team is usually roughly somewhere like 5 to 8 seconds into the fight, because that's after they've popped all of their abilities. So I saw how overextended the Rhine was, and I figured, hey, they probably used basically everything they got to try to stay alive because they overextended. So now I have an opportunity, even though I'm down 2 heroes compared to them, because remember, we lost Cassidy first, then we just lost Tracer. I have 2 supports back here who can help me out. I have Primal Rage, they're all clumped together. Now I go. So now I'm gonna jump in, go in the back line, right? I even get nanoed here. Excellent. Zap, 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 zap. Right? Try to work everybody down. I continue going. Why? Because I still have Primal Rage here. So, Ryan's coming. Right? Try to knock him in. Nope, can't quite get it. That's fine. Go in. Not going to get a lot out of this, unfortunately. Not the best mechanics here. So I have to reset back. Right? And now I go up here, and we're going to get this. So the good news is, in the period of time where I'm going around messing people up, so to be fair, I don't think my team is hitting literally any shots. I'm just curious. I have not seen this. I'm curious for a second. Yeah, so you know, every play requires some degree of execution. Neither one of my supports hits any shots. So considering the fact that they were the only DPS characters that were, or the only other characters on my team that were alive when I went in as Primal, that definitely influences this. Because if they get anybody injured here, I can focus them down and get a kill. But because they hit literally nobody, there's not a lot that I can do here. And the Ana even gets popped into the air, right? Like the moment where I knocked her to this box, like right here, she should die. But it happens, right? But good news is, I create some space here. Not the best use of Primal and Nano, definitely. But, you know, kind of is what it is. So now we reset, come back, and I stay alive. I apply pressure, right? Take care of the Cassidy, excellent. Right, I bubbled off to help save kill the Hanzo. Help save my Cassidy in case he gets slept or anything else. Now, I see, look, all 3 are clumped together, right? Tons of space were made already. We go in, and now we try to finish people off. I know the Genji shear is low. Try to finish off the Ana. And force beat out. Cool. So, why do I keep applying pressure here? Because now my team has 5 people. Right? All 5 are alive right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because, again, remember, I was stalling out before for the Cassidy respawn, and Tracer gets back quickly. Now we have all 5 people alive. Their team is pushed way back. This is not a great spot for them to be in, right? You got multiple heroes that, like, for example, this Hanzo's stuck in the open. He has no retreat path here. So, I go after the Hanzo. Right? Even without High Noon, Cassidy may easily kill this Hanzo in this situation. Now we're up 5 on 4. So we continue applying pressure. Tracer's in the back over here. I jump over, right? Try to help rescue my Tracer. Unfortunately, she dies, so be it. But Genji has to dash just to survive my dive. Kills the Genji, so now it's a 4 on 3. I know the Ana's here. Alright, Pete gets popped. Alright, so what? I can't beat Ana with, 1100 health. So I chill. I don't go after the Ana because I don't think I can actually kill the Ana here in this situation. It's relatively easy for her to kill me right now with her cooldowns coming back up. So I look at this, I'm like, yo, I'm just gonna suicide. Because I see 1, 2, 3 people have died, and remember the Tracer died before, that's all 5 people, or 4 people on my team, I just suicide, right? Could I get away? I could, but it's not worth it because if I die, I would stagger. I just want to die with my team and come back. So, still feeling good here, right? Tracer trades out. Unfortunately, mess up the jump. That's fine. I didn't really want to land up there anyway. So I'm listening. I'm like, where's the Rhine? So I can hear the Rhine is to my right, which means that he's not exactly at the door yet. So I'm trying to get zap and apply damage pressure here. Lucio bumps me off. No problem. So I just chill, right? You notice I don't pop bubble because I don't need bubble. They can't do enough damage to me that I need bubble there. So just zap a little bit. So Ryan tries to chase me, and now I go after the back line. It's fine. I bubble, and what do? I land, and I immediately walk backwards. Why? Because the Genji plus Lucio plus Ana can focus me down here if once the bubble goes down, or if I get knocked out of the bubble. So I zap a little bit just to stay out. Cassidy uses this opportunity to shoot people, which is great. And I drop back to my team, get healed, and reset. I say this all the time when playing dive heroes, reset back to your supports to get healed. It's really, really important. I think Ball is maybe the only exception to this, but like all the other dive heroes, Doomfist included, need to come back to your supports to get healed after every dive. So we get healed up, and I'm looking. Okay, what's the situation? It is a basically 5-on-5. So I think the Hanzo got stuck initially and died, and Tracer died for it, and now Tracers respawn and come back too. So now it's basically 5-on-5 again. So what I'm doing right now, I'm waiting and understanding where can I go. And this is where hero-specific knowledge changes, right? If I'm Ramattra here, maybe I play this differently, or Orisa, right? Or Junker Queen. But as Winston here, I'm waiting to figure out, hey, what's the Rhine gonna do? Because I don't have good dive angles to anybody. I want to dive these 2 heroes right here, but I can't because the Reinhardt's close, so he could charge me. I could dive the Ana, but it's really hard to get there from this angle. I'd have to jump over the top, and it's blind jump. I have no idea where she is, so where I can land. And I also don't know where the Hanzo is. So I'm just chilling, pushing the cart, biding my time. Reinhardt drops, which means, what can I do now? Well, I can zap him a little bit. I guess I stay on him for a while. I actually could have gone up top. I think I actually should have gone up top right away. I think it's a mistake for me to stay here. But he gets purple, so now I'm trying to actually focus him down. He's super low. Unfortunate. I go try to control the corner. Blade gets popped. I see, look, hey, traded 1 for 1. Okay, 4v4, still winnable. Right? I look back and I'm like, hey, look, no friendlies in sight. Slow down. I definitely don't want to push into the room and try to force this fight. I know the Rhine's low, but I know I can't kill him. Like, it looks like, hey, maybe I can kill him in this situation. I almost assuredly cannot kill him. Lucio Amp alone can out-heal me, basically, and Ana can heal this Rhine anytime he wants to. So I just got to chill right now. Right. Unfortunate. So Tracer ends up dying for this, so now it's a 3-on-4 situation. But Primal's getting close. I'm working the Hanzo down because I understand that both supports are in the room trying to heal the injured Rhine. So like this is like, I'm thinking ahead here as to how the fight is going to develop. I'm not going to enter this room and kill all 3 of these heroes. That's not going to happen, at least not now, not without Primal. So instead, I'm just constantly zapping the Hanzo here because he's not getting healed, and I see that he's not getting healed. Right? So I'm just poking him down. I'm like, look, wait. Okay, now I go, and now he dies. And it's that easy. Like, all I have to do is be patient right now because they have to leave the room to cap the point. And I understand that no one's healing this Hanzo. And if the Ana or Lucio comes out to try to heal him, then I can dive them. But until then, I'm just waiting until I get an opportunity. Opportunity's there, Hanzo dies. And from here, now I can start pushing in. I bubble off just to make sure that whoever's behind me doesn't kill me. Right? I go in for the Ana. I should have short jumped that. Alright, Lucio's dead. Ana's gonna die in a second. Great, Ana's dead. And from here, it's, I think, a 4-on-2. So there's like no way they can win this fight. Actually, let's back up because I ended up popping Primal here. So, jumping in, right, trying to focus Genji down first. Like, alright, Genji's dead, great. I bubble. Obviously, the bubble's not for the Rhine itself, it's for anything else that can shoot me. Because I know there's ranged heroes that spawn here, and they can see through this crack, and I'm low enough that I'm worried that might actually kill me. So I pop Primal here, because we haven't capped the point, that's really important. If we cap the point, I don't pop Primal here. But I want to make sure that there's no way the Ana comes back and pops Nano, which might suddenly cause us to lose. So I really need to make sure not to die here. Right? I'm like, okay, cool. Rhine's dead, no problem. I didn't even bother jumping to him. Obviously, this Primal is not great, but to confirm the point cap, it's worth it. I probably could have avoided using Primal here if I was a little better. So, I'm going to die right now. I think the Lucio's literally body blocking me. Yeah, Lucio's literally... I was like, confused as to how I couldn't get to the bubble. Lucio literally is body blocking me. This, Ana's shooting me while purple, and the Yari's not able to get there in time, unfortunate. is the... Alright, everybody's just responding. It's fine. Yeah. I think this is ultimately not a big deal because we're moving the card anyway, but I think still a mistake by me. But not a very costly mistake because you see how we got the card pushed to here anyway, and a big part of why I'm pushing is because the Reinhardt's dead. So without a tank to stop it, the card's able to keep moving. So I jump over here, and you might think, okay, this is kind of a weird decision. So the Reinhardt is actually cut off from his team right now, and I know the team has a lot less healing because they have only Ana and Lucio. So if I can block off the Rein from being able to go anywhere, I can actually do a lot of damage in this situation. Not me specifically, but my team, who can all see the Rein stuck on this side of the card. So I'm going to bubble off right now. I'm not going to bubble off right now. I thought about bubbling off. I think I was waiting to see how it was going to develop. Yeah. So Lucio bumps me, so I save bubble here, and now I pop bubble now as I'm retreating. Because what am I reacting to? Nano gets popped, we cannot kill Nano Rein. We just don't have the lineup for it. Like if we had a Bastion, a Reaper, something, we could kill him, or Zenyatta, but without that, we cannot kill him, so just kite him. Easy, right? Bubble is in case anybody's shooting at me, right? I'm like kind of standing in the dragon too long, but not a lot I can do. And we back up here. Great! They pop Nano now, they pop Beat, it's not going to do a whole lot. And then Rein dies. I don't know what Lucio was thinking. And this is a good example of let the enemy team make mistakes, right? Just staying alive, making smart decisions. Sometimes the enemy team will just throw the game away, right? They just popped 3 ultimates there and got what out of it, right? They popped Hanzo Dragon, Nano, and Beat, and we just popped High Noon. And what is this triggered by? What, me diving the Rein? Like, why is anything popped here? The Ana pops Nano here, presumably because she thinks that the Rein is in some degree of danger. Which is not entirely false. Like, I mean, the Rein shouldn't die here, but the Ana feels like the Rein is in some degree of trouble, A, and or B, she thinks that the Rein can do a lot of damage to me. Neither one of these things are really true, but it's a forced error. And that's really important, is to force the enemy team to make errors by applying pressure to them so they cave, get stressed, and make snap decisions that are bad snap decisions. And I'm like, okay, cool. If the Rein's going to get nanoed, I'm just going to walk away from this. Okay, they're going to dragon? Okay, I'm just going to jump away from that. And all I got to do is stay alive here, right? If I die to this dragon, that would be silly, right? Because then I can't follow up. Now I just chill. I wait. Great. Cassie kills 2. Now my job's easy, right? Just follow up, try to get kills. So I also know right now they've swapped the Reaper. I checked in the scoreboard. But it's fine because I also knew where the Reaper was. I heard him to the top left, and I know I'm going to jump past him. So notice I'm not playing close to the Reaper. I'm going all the way for the back line. I pop the bubble. Zap, 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 zap. And you notice I also get on the other side of the bubble because I know the Reaper's going to be following up behind me. So now the Reaper can't get me because I'm in the bubble. Kill both, right? And now I know the Reaper is low. I'm like, oh, great. Now I jump over. Nope, don't even need it. And it's pretty much a roll from here. So they're going to come out the right door. So it's Lucio and Rein. I can't do anything about that. I'd zap the Lucio if I could. Just chilling. So Tracer Pulse Bomb goes off. I don't know if the Lucio maybe ate some of that splash, so I'm going in right now. But like, okay, it's fine. I get nanoed here, which was a surprise, but I'm like, okay, cool. I just don't want to get pinned. No problem. I jump back in. Right? Zap, 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 zap. And that's game. Right? Game's gonna... it's gonna end in just a second. Yeah, kill Lucio. And that's gonna be game right now. Okay. So, big takeaways here. Knowing the player count, most important part of this, right? What? Are we up? Are we down? Are we even? What do we do? 1. 2 is, what does my hero want to do? What is the range that I want to be? What are the opportunities I'm looking for? And just keep searching for those opportunities when it is the right time to do so. And I know that's super vague, but it is intentionally vague because it's different for every single hero. I would say the single common theme with all the tanks besides Sigma is you probably have to get closer to the enemy to do your job. So a goal for all the tanks is, how do I get closer to the enemy without getting too close and dying? And again, really hard to tell when is the right time to do that, but that's why you watch the guides, and that's why you get the replay reviews, and you learn and understand more about the game. But I think the third thing is also to have a mentality of perseverance, right? Don't get defeated when you make mistakes. Like, you just saw me make a bunch of really silly mistakes. Like, I'm watching back right now, I'm like, wow, that's like a gold, silver, bronze level mistake. Like, why did I do that? But like, there are reasons why I made the decision in the moment. But the moment I make the decision, I'm like, oh, that's a bad decision. I know why I made it, and I'm like, I will correct that next time. And I will never to lose a fight in the exact same way again. Just like when you saw me diving on Rialto, right? Earlier in this game, when you saw me diving and thinking about the Rhine charge. The reason I'm doing that is because I died to like dozens of Rhine charges as Winston. So I know before I jump, I need to factor in, can the Rhine pin me here? If so, how do I avoid the pin? So that trial and error, this repeated mistakes, really helps improve your gameplay over time if you're being conscious about trying to improve. If you just play to play, your growth is slower. But if you think every single death, every single lost fight is a mistake, think, what did I do? Why did I do it? Was that the right call? And if not, what could I have done differently? All right, I'm going to wrap there. Hopefully this is helpful.